Hey folks, Phil Gallagher here for round 4 of Daily Death and Taxes this week. We're currently 3-0 in matches, 6-0 in games. Have I created a monster? That is the question. Deck list feels good. Womp womp. We're going to try to find another match. So while we're doing that, let's look at the deck list again. So kind of the benefit of this deck is that you have an absolutely absurd number of turn 2 plays that you can do on turn 1 anytime you have a Chrome Box, and the Chalices can be done on turn 1 via an Ancient Tomb or a City of Traders. The hate kind of stacks and becomes cumulatively stronger as you are assembling more and more pieces. Nope. Yep. We will throw back our big fat 5-drop, hope to draw that a little bit later on. If our opponent is playing combo, a curve of Thalia into other Thalia or Vryn Wingmare will be pretty disgusting. Misty Rainforest, a pretty ambiguous opener, but I would be inclined to potentially think that this is Delver. Force, Pitch, Pierce, yep. Feels like Delver. I don't want to see Wrenn 6 from my opponent, because that invalidates this card. Okay, that's fine. Thalia Heretic Cathar will do a number on Wrenn 6's ability to take over this game, though. Just to note, this game would be totally different if the Thalia resolved. And, like, that's obvious, right? But I would have stuck Thalia into Wingmare, and made it so that this, like, never, ever, ever would have been castable. Alright, I'm going to be hoping to draw just, like, something else that I can play that doesn't have 1 toughness. I am not going to just play a Wingmare into Wrenn 6. That doesn't really get me anywhere. Alright, no flip. That also means no answer to Thalia Heretic Cathar, which should mean that Wrenn 6 will die in the next turn cycle unless they sacrifice a Delver to it. Note if they have another Wrenn 6, this kind of sucks for me. But the same can be true of, like, Force of Will plus blue card, right? No flip off the Delver again, and opponent is just, like, fetching away something. I don't think they have Bolt based on how they've played. Definitely don't have Bolt. So this Tarmogoyf is representing a lot of damage. I actually think I am fine with trading this for this. I've got another one that I can resolve on my turn and still make their life awkward. Alright. Yeah, this is the sort of thing that can make us lose this one. We'll be hoping to draw something like Fairground Warden. Alright, so can I stay the aggressor? I don't think I can. So they have me on a 2-turn clock, just like 8-16 me. I can trade my board for the Tarmogoyf. That does not feel good. I don't think I win if I trade my board for the Tarmogoyf. I think I need to draw an out to the Tarmogoyf and just maybe like chump block it with the Arbiter or something. Two mana, gain 5 life. Acceptable. Not great, but acceptable. Oh, good God. Alright. So now we're just dead in 2 turns, 2 true name attacks. We're dead in 1 turn if we don't block. I don't think we have any outs to this. I'm going to go ahead and concede. Opponent having multiple true names there was pretty brutal. So Rip, Blessed Alliance, and Settle the Wreckage are going to be the things that I'm looking for. Given the number of true names that my opponent has, I probably want to cut all of my Palace Jailers, rather than just some of them. And then I'm going to need to cut 3 more cards. We'll cut a 5 mana thing. And then we'll trim 1 other card to round things out. Maybe let's trim 1 suppression field. We don't want too many things that aren't creatures. This leaves us with 22 creatures. I think that's fine. We're going to be a little less removal dense than I would like to be, but that's okay. All right. This is essentially a 5-card hand. This is essentially like a 3-card hand after I double Chrome Box. So I can double Chrome Box, Rest in Peace, shut off the graveyards, and then I don't really have a ton going on afterwards. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan this one, try to find something a little better. This one's rough. Don't think I can keep this either. This I will keep. So to pitch 2 of these, we're going to send back the City of Traders, and then I think we're going to send back the other card that I can't currently cast. No idea which card I'm going to lead on turn 2. I think I want to sandbag Rest in Peace and play it after Thalia. If they don't have a Bolt in hand and they're trying to like set up to shuffle away a last card with Ponder, it may just be better to lead on Arbiter this turn rather than anything else, so never mind. Chalice is probably my strongest play if it resolves, but Arbiter is actually very close. Arbiter is best if I slam it early. This is going to give my opponent the opportunity to bolt it if they actually have Bolt in hand right now. But if I set them up to like not be able to fetch for a turn or 2, I think it's going to lead to great success on my end. All right, yeah, like so be it. I accept that. Drawing a land so I could play Chalice around Days would be pretty hot. I think the second one of these is not nearly as good as the first. Let's go ahead and Chalice now. So it'd be Chalicing into Pierce, though. I don't think I want to Chalice into Pierce. Let's Thalia. Alright, none of our cards are lining up acceptably against our opponent here. I took a mulligan to 5, and then kind of like every decision that I've taken has not been optimal given what my opponent actually had. I took an initial risk with the Arbiter, which had huge upside if they did not have a Bolt in hand. And it just did not pay off. All right, they had it all, so I don't think a lot of my decisions would have mattered this game given like the resources that my opponent had. You know, another Bolt now, like Bolt, Force, Pierce, Renin 6. They had it all. I think we're going down. I think we're gonna break the the winning streak on this one. So this card is invalidated. This card is weak. This card is too slow given the 9 power that's in play. I think I'm about ready to scoop this one up. I'm going to play Suppression Field here because it both effectively stops Renin 6 while also like slowing down this Waterlogged Grove. But since we're taking 9 this turn, we have to like draw land, chump block with Arbiter, and then draw Fairground Warden. Okay, now that there's a third creature there, I think I have literally 0 outs. Alright. Womp womp. Absolutely had no chance of winning that game, I think, no matter how I sequenced. We'll try again tomorrow.